I'd like to see chemo try to tune into me. Don't give me a challenge. I'm kidding. I'm not going to tune into you. When I was younger, and I always felt like I had something to prove to people, when they felt like they would challenge you, well, can you really do this? Well, what about this? I would tune in, and I would do it kind of like a party trick. Well, let me just talk to you about this. Let me tell you about this, and your trauma based on this, and you're insecure about this because of that. Things that I should never have known. Now, even though I can do that, that was a very unethical thing for me to do as a young kid. It wasn't nice and it wasn't okay. If I took a moment to drop my frequency down, to allow myself to be offended by a statement like that, then I could, but I'm not going to. Because you have a protection zone around you that you have put up, and I respect that protection zone. But also, it just wouldn't be okay. If I were to tune into you without any sort of permission, and I would have no direction. I would just be tuning into random things. And when we are in connection to our practitioners and more, we want direction from that. And me just nesciently tuning into lacks direction. Little food for thought. So your reaction, all of us actually, our reactions are very indicative of where we are at in the way that we perceive trauma and our triggers. And our trauma and our triggers are our own responsibility. They're our own responsibility. And that's hard to hear because we get offended so easily at times. And we want to regurgitate and barf all that information out to the person who we think it should be directed towards. And this comment is laced in offense. It's completely laced in offense. And if I offended you, I apologize. That was not my intention. If I offended anyone who's listening to this, and that's never my intention. My intention is to educate and to help you move through that. And again, you don't ever have to take my information. You don't ever have to move through any information. If you want to stay in the way that you have been raised in your spirituality and your dogmatic practice, and that is your choice. But a comment like yours lacks in development. Spiritually, metaphysically, it lacks in development because there's still so much offensiveness happening. Feeling offended. That is affecting my ego. Food for thought.